I guess the drawback will be when I'm eventually woken up at 3 a.m. because something has gone wrong or somebody's on fire, and I will be pissed.
We all know the sort of person, the class clowns, the pranksters, dream chasers, Peter Pans of this world, who live life so well and so full that they make it look easy. Hello, I'm Josiah Crandall, and today I have the privilege of introducing to you one such individual, Blake Nelson. As we have already seen in a rather exaggerated light, Blake Nelson lives a very adventurous life as the Associate Resident Educator of Snowbarger Hall. But there's much more to him than his work and energetic personality, and that's what we're here to show you today. Let's get started. Blake's story begins in the great city of San Diego, California, where he spent most of his childhood.
The first time I met Blake was in California, San Diego. His parents and us went to the same church, and I saw him as a young kid at probably children's church or in the nursery or elementary school, somewhere that age, yeah.
San Diego's like just a smaller, safer, like slightly less over-the-top version of LA. Yeah, and then went to college out there at Point Loma.
It was during his time at Point Loma Nazarene University that Blake was reacquainted with his childhood friend, Amy Hamilton, now Amy Nelson.
She moved away when she was like 8 or 9, and then I didn't really see her again or hear anything from her until she found me on email or Facebook or something when she was a freshman at SNU and I was a freshman at Point Loma, and she was going to be transferring to Point Loma, and was like, oh hey, remember me, I'm gonna be transferring out. And I was like, oh cool, whatever, I'll introduce you around. And then she got to Point Loma and I was like, oh, I'm introducing you to no one else. And so we started dating like halfway through sophomore year, and then yeah, dated for about three and a half years, got engaged in Honduras and got married.
I think he's very smart for one thing, because he chose to marry my daughter, who is very intelligent.
There was only one moment when I remember being very scared. It was so I knew him as like a little kid, but like the first time I'm re-meeting him as his daughter's boyfriend, it's all going fine, we're talking, and then whatever, he just asked like innocent question of like, so what are your plans after college? I don't remember what I said, but I remember just like panicking internally about like, how do I make this sound good and responsible? Like, I was just gonna move to some like dangerous part of the world, live in a slum, not make a whole lot of money, that sort of thing. And then yeah, it's doubly funny because that's what we actually did.
Blake did in fact go out on many travels with his wife, teaching at schools and getting the chance to do his favorite thing, tell stories.
Storytelling in a lot of different forms not only is incredibly important, it can be sacred, but also is sort of like the key to like power in any society. And so one of probably the most purposeful I've ever felt was when I was in Guatemala teaching Guatemalan history to kids who'd never had Guatemalan history before, to sort of like walk them through their own country's past and history. Yeah, just was this really great sort of empowering moment. These kids are going to make a good impact on where they're living in the future, and so to know that I could sort of start them on that journey of knowing the context from which they came, that'll help them change a lot of the realities.
Blake spends his time roaming the halls of Snowbarger as RE.
When I was hired, I was sort of told to view it as like a pastoral role, that I'm here to build a relationship with the students, to be there to help create a safe environment for them to grow intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, as they go through college.
In his downtime, Blake turns to his favorite pastime, storytelling.
The story I'm working on right now is about a alien robot turned cowboy vigilante. There's a lot of like fun comic booky type superhero dumb stuff, but it's also sort of a way to engage some social issues like drugs, immigration.
Blake Nelson truly is a great guy who has done things many of us would not dare to do and followed his dreams.
He's a good storyteller, and I think what he wants to do in life is to tell stories.